With the recent release of Disney Animation's 63rd film, Moana 2, I thought this would be the perfect time to do their top 5 Disney animated sequels. So in the near 100-year legacy of Disney animation, they've only made 7 animated films that are considered part of the 63 animated Disney feature film. This ranking is going to include those films, and it will exclude any direct-to-DVD sequels. Even though they got theatrical releases, they were done by a complete different studio. So you're not going to be seeing Lion King 2 or Mulan 2 or anything of the sorts on this list. Disney actually doesn't have the greatest track record when it comes to making sequels to their beloved classics. Their originals are always considered to be far superior. They're not like Pixar, who can make bangers after bangers with their sequel films, and definitely not like DreamWorks, who tend to make better sequels than they do initial film. Having said that, let's go. Number 5, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I loved Wreck-It Ralph, and I thought that was a brilliant movie about finding your purpose and that you're more than what you're programmed to be. Ralph Breaks the Internet expands the world a lot. It brings it into the digital age, and with it comes some problems that make it kind of dated. There's a lot of pop culture references. There's a lot of internet trends and memes filled throughout to pad the runtime. The relationship between Ralph and Vanellope is not as good as it was in the first film, but I did find the film still endearing. It was watchable. I did enjoy myself, and I did laugh. Number 4, the 2011 Winnie the Pooh movie. That movie was just brilliantly animated. It was a return to form. It was the last hand-drawn animation that we got from Disney Animation. It was done so beautifully. The story was nice. It was simple. It was sweet. It was, my biggest gripe with the movie was that it was too short, and it didn't really let us have this complete experience that I was hoping to get from a Pooh film. But it's sweet, it was endearing, and it was a nice follow-up to the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Number 3, Frozen 2. I thought this movie had immense potential. There was so much that this movie was doing right. The music was really good. The voice acting is top notch. The animation is gorgeous. They expanded the world, they expanded the lore, and they set up so much, and it just kind of fumbled the bag. And it hurts me to say that I wish they, delayed the release and let the story marinate and thought it out completely before releasing. While I do think it doesn't live up to what Frozen original does, it was still a really good movie, still with a lot of hard character moments and great songs. I just wish they fully realized what they were setting themselves up for. It could have been this grandiose epic that unfortunately didn't come to fruition. Maybe they can do it with Frozen 3, who knows. Number 2, Fantasia 2000. I think the original Fantasia is really good, a tad long, and it does have some music that I don't recognize, or it's a bit dated by today's standards. But Fantasia 2000 is just tight. Its music is really memorable. The animation sequences are gorgeous. They do a lot with different styles of animation as well, and it's just glorious to see such a nice knit package with great music and great animation and artists being artists. And my number 1 Disney animated sequel is The Rescuers Down Under. I think this is the only Disney animated film that can be considered better than the original. It took everything great about The Rescuers and upped it. Better animation, a better and fast-paced story, a lot of heart. We get to see the conclusion to Bernard and Bianca's epic relationship, and it's just done in such a beautiful way. It's animated gorgeously. It's endearing. It's fun to watch. I wasn't bored with it. There were some parts in the original that I found a little bit boring or dragged on, but this kept up the pace. The animation looked nice. And unfortunately, this is a very underrated movie because it was sandwiched in between 2 of Disney's juggernauts, The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. But if you ever get a chance to watch it, it's a good watch. It's a fun adventure film. The other 2 sequels that Disney has is Moana 2, and you can check out my review of it on my TikTok. I just did. It was my previous video. And the other is The Three Caballeros, which is a culmination movie, which I find hard to kind of rank.